कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Bhagavad Ramanuja was one of the towering personalities in Bharatiya civilization, parampara, culture. His contribution to the society and to the philosophy is immense. His thoughts, his wavelength, in fact, some of the strong opinions that he had of the Vedic civilization was furthered by another prolific acharya called Vedanta Desika. Vedanta Desika, taking the clue from Valmiki's Ramayana, especially in Ayodhya Kandam, when Paduka Devis were gifted by Rama to Bharata, takes cue from it and has given a mammoth work called as Paduka Sahasram. In this ocean of such pristine bhakti, we have been trying to swim. We have had an experience of a few verses. Yet in another verse, Vedanta Desika brings forth one important point. There is always a debate amongst the scholars with scholastic achievements. When we look into the Vedas, their hymns, the way they venerate Bhagavan Paramatma, the scholars opine there are many portions where Lord Vishnu, Narayana, is invoked. When Paramatma is described, be it Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam, Vishnu Suktam, and many bhagas, it is more about Vishnu. Whereas about Jagannatha Mahalakshmi, there is one killer bhagam of the Rig Veda which is called as Sri Suktam. Yashuchif prayato bhutva juhuyad ajyamanvaham Shriyaf panchadasharchamcha shrikama satatam japet. Panchadasharchamcha 5, 10, 15 riks celebrate Mahalakshmi. Panchadasharchamcha shrikamaha satatam japet is a very popular shloka. So there is one portion that describes Mahalakshmi. There are a few riks found in the Yajurveda, Yajus found in the Yajurveda, and a few mantras of the Atharvana Veda together becomes Bhu Suktam, and there is very little about Neela Devi. So in comparison to Bhagavan, Bhagavati gets very little. So scholars debate. We say Sanatana Dharma treats the man and the woman equally, the male and the female energy equally. Look, there is little for Mahalakshmi. We cannot go by numbers. World is not always a number game. Then how should we look at it? Shastram tells, wherever Narayana is invoked, it means he is invoked in unison with Lakshmi. There is nobody called as Brahmachari Narayana, unmarried Narayana. Sir, he was unmarried. Later he found a lady called Mahalakshmi and he married and he became a grihastha. No. Nityevesha Jagannatha Vishnoshri Ranapayini. She is inseparable from the Lord. Apratak Siddha Viseshanam. So wherever he is described, she is described. Wherever she is described, he is described. In fact, amongst the scholars, when we begin the lecture, don't pardon me if I've said that I'm a part of the scholars. I just said that as speakers, when we begin our lecture, we say, Shriyaf Pati Bhagavan. The Lord is referred to as the husband of Mahalakshmi. He has a name, but nobody calls him that name. So everybody refers to him as the husband of Mahalakshmi, Shriyaf Pati. How is she referred? Asyeshana Jagataha Vishnu Patni. She is called as the consort, the spouse of Mahavishnu or Narayana. So while people refer to her, she is referred to as the wife of Narayana. When he is referred to as the husband of Mahalakshmi. This should be the understanding even in our mortal couples. All his achievements are her achievements. All her achievements are his achievements. This is how Sanatana Dharma views it. That is why wherever Narayana is described, Mahalakshmi is described too. This is the hidden meaning. Similarly, Vedanta Desika extrapolates this to Ramayana. We say Rama hit Tataka, killed Tataka. Rama killed Subahu. Rama drove away Maricha. Rama's feet gave emancipation to Ahalya. Rama walked with his lotus-like feet in the forest. He gave mukti to Kabandha, to Viradha. He was witness to the moksha of Shabari. Everything we say he did. His feet did. So wherever Rama is invoked, Rama's achievements are invoked. Wherever Rama's lotus-like feet are invoked, all those places equally give importance to Sita and Paduka Devi too. Says Vedanta Deshika, he says, Bharatashvasaneshu pada shabdam vasudha shrotra samudbhavo munindraha pathati tvai paduke tatastvam Niyatam Rama Padada Bhinna Bhuma. She is inseparable from Rama. So wherever Rama's achievements are described, Paduka Devi is the one who is also described too. So do not keep putting a control F in Ramayana and searching where Paduka is mentioned. Wherever Rama is mentioned, it also includes his consort who is Sita Devi and Paduka Devi. So without the female energy, the male energy cannot survive. Without Mahalakshmi, Narayana is not useful to us. Both of them, this combination, the modern word combo, is what we all require for our sustenance. Next, Vedanta Deshika says, Rama was earlier married to Paduka Devi. His first marriage was to Paduka Devi because from his childhood he would have been sporting Padukas, right? Later only when he was at the age of 12, Sita was at the age of 6, he got married to Sita. So his first wife is Paduka Devi. This is unofficially declared. We do not have that in the ration card of Ayodhya. But his first wife is Paduka Devi. I told you Paduka is viewed as Paduka Devi. Next comes Sita Devi. So his first wife is Mrs. Paduka Rama. Second is Sita Rama. Now Vedanta Deshika says, on which wife did he have more affection? He says, the one whom he took first while he decided to go to the forest. See, while his father ordained him that you have to go to the forest, his mother Kaikeyi concurred. Finally, his mother Kaushalya also approved. He should go and pack for his forest. So he had to abandon all his jewelry, all the silken clothes and then take the basic needs. The first thing that he packed was his Padukas. So, the person whom you give importance first is the first to come in your recall. I'm sure a lot of you will be experts in market research. There is something called as TOM factor, top of the mind recall. So if I say, let's say to a child, think of an ice cream, the child will think of a blueberry ice cream because for that child, blueberry is what comes to the mind as a flavor when he thinks or she thinks of an ice cream. Similarly, if Rama has to go to the forest, he did not check if mother would come, if his wife Sita would come, if his brother Lakshmana would come, whether he should take the bow and the quiver of arrows, whether he should take the sword, nothing. He went and took his Padukas first. So Vedanta Deshika says, I now know where your affiliation lies. So you have so much of love only on your first wife Paduka Devi. राज्यं विहाय रघुवंशमहीपतीनां पौरांश्च पादरसिकान् पृथिवीं च रक्तां त्वामेव हन्त चरणावनि सम्प्रयास्यन् आलम्बत प्रथममुत्तरकोसलेन्द्रः. Why? Sir, Sita is also so much loving. She is very pretty, extremely well spoken, very bold, the daughter of a great yogi called as Janaka Siradvaja. Why is Rama showing his love only for Paduka Devi and not to Sita Devi? Why? Comes a question. Vedanta Desika uses this hypothetical question to answer. He says, see, he chose Padukas over Sita Devi, not that he disliked Sita Devi, he loved Paduka Devi more because Padukas are more obedient. See, be it the man or the woman, we all have this inherent quality. If someone says yes to us, listens to us, we feel very attached to that person. Imagine that person asks, why should I do it? Why should I do after you ask me to do it? Who are you to tell me? Why should I do this way only? Why can't I do it that way? Did you ask that person when he did it this way? We don't like such questions. Though we may openly say freedom of expression, I love when people ask questions. When people ask too many questions, we may not like. In that scenario, when someone says, sure, I will do it, okay, done, we will start loving that person. When Rama told Paduka Devi, come with me, she quietly came. He went and told Sita, don't come to the forest, stay here for 14 years. Ayodhya is very good. After 14 years, I will come back and let's lead a happy life. She said, why are you leaving me? Didn't you promise that you will take care of me for 14 years? What? You are carrying a bow and a quiver of arrows. Why should I worry about the demons and the wild beasts in the forest? Why will I not get adjusted to the tubers and the fruits and the roots that are available in the forest? Why will I not wear simple dressing like a hermit in the forest? Why do you think I will not cooperate? Rama thought, I'm spending so much of energy replying to her questions. Whereas Paduka Devi, if I say come, she is coming. She is not asking any question. So he had more attachment for Paduka Devi rather than Sita, presumably. See, this is poetic imagination. Because Padukas were obedient, more obedient than Sita, says Vedanta Desika. Abhyupeta vinivritti sahasa Devi Rangapati Ratna Paduke Ayatya Sheta Bhavati Mahiyasa Paratantra Vibhavena Maithilim. Paratantra Vibhavena Maithilim. That this Paratantriam, being subservient to the Lord without asking any question, was not found in Maithili, Sita. It was found only in Paduka. So naturally, normally, automatically Rama fell in love with the Paduka Devi. See, you may be wondering, sir, can Padukas talk? Were all these mentioned by Valmiki? Using one incident that Rama sent Padukas to Bharata, Vedanta Desika imagines a whole world of poetic beauty in it. This is Sanatana Dharma. The Acharyas and the poets stick to certain rules and within the given limit of poetic license are able to do wonders without transgressing or crossing the Shastric boundary. They are within the Shastric boundary and within that they are given the freedom to imagine and express. This is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. Sir, these shlokas are so beautiful. Few more, sir. See, whenever you start having sweets, you will get addicted to it. You can't stop. You just can't stop with one or two. Well, what am I here for? The more you ask, the more I give. Next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.